number 0. I don't know how that's possible. But Flabby's number is 0. So we've got someone out on track. It is Nelson on the Pramac Ducati.
Hey Jack, thanks for doing this, by the way.
Yeah. So.
Or not.
So we have Nelson coming out the final corner now to start the lap as well. We got Leon following him, got a nice toe on the Avinti Ducati. We've also Uzat else behind him. Is that no one? Decker's gone out for a lap. It's Boosted oh, John's crashed. Boosted is coming through the fish cane now. We got Nelson out in front. Done a red sector 1 as no one set a lap yet. Rising up the hill into Museum. Nicely done there, getting the rear sliding. As the rear does on this game. Braking hard now into garage there. Like sliding quite a bit. Nicely done. Getting that Ducati power down now. Down the straight, coming up to the chicane. Through the left and then the right, crossing the sector 3 point. Through the right hander, then to the left, and then then we have the double rights. Hopefully you can do this cleanly. Very easy to mess up. Oh yes, that was very nicely done. And he comes across the line to set 30.6. Leon will now cross the line. He goes into second. Boosted across the line and he goes into pole position. We have John, who's on an absolute stonker of a lap.
Stonker, alright.
Braking hard into the chicane for the end of sector 3. Ran a little bit wide there. Using the advantage of the Yamaha, which can turn. Into the final 2 corners. Where will John go? And he goes into second. So Deck's not started a lap yet. We got CJ on the Suzuki. He's on a red sector 1, so he's doing a good job there. Into Museum. So now coming down the straight into the chicane to 2 red sectors. Seem like the first 2 sectors, John's gone down. So it seems like Booster didn't have the greatest of first 2 sectors, but it seems like the end of the lap was really good for him. We got Nelson.
Yeah, first 2 sectors were pretty trash.
Through the left and right. Will he go red? Yes, he will. But now he's got to go through the pain that is the final sector, which is probably the worst sector for the Ducati. All corners, no place to put the power down. Through the final 2 corners. Can the Pramac Ducati take pole position? Yes, he will by 7/10 of a second. Absolutely killing it there. And Nelson, he goes into momentary pole position, and he has got and binned it. We now got CJ following John. Deck is also on a lap. Deck one of 3 people so far not to set a lap. John not on as a good lap as last time. Let's see if he can do better sector 3. Whoa! The Suzuki there, the rear just going flying. John's gone and boxed. And CJ's going to box as well. Don't know whether that was, I don't know why. But here comes Deck now. 3 red sectors. Is he just going to put some time and that's going to blow everyone out of the park? Also, where is Flabby? Is behind Deck on track. So here comes Deck to surely go into pole position. He does by a second. And Flabby goes 6th place, 4.4 seconds off Deck. Boosted and John both on personal best sector 1s. John backer in there through Museum, taking a wide line. We're going to try and get a good exit. Boosted and John again, personal best sector 2.
I'm way down though.
CJ now doing the person not to set lap time. Through the chicane. Can John jump up into the front row positions? Can Boosty jump into 2nd place? One more corner now for John. Where will he go? He jumps into 3rd place. And a Boosted retakes 3rd place. Here comes CJ. Is he actually going to finish a lap this time? And John's gone and crashed, I believe, at turn 2. Through the final 2 corners for CJ on the Suzuki. Suzuki currently in the final 2 positions, not where they want to be. And he goes into 5th. Not too far from John. Nelson, can he close the gap to Deck? Around the final corner. Nelson crosses the line. He improves his time just about, so he's no longer under a second from Deck, but Deck looks like he's gonna put him back into the 2nd bracket. And Nelson's crashed. Seems like people keep improving their lap times. They keep setting personal best times and they just go and crash into turn 2 or turn 3. And Deck improves his time by a further 3 tenths. He could go and make a coffee right now and I'm pretty sure he'd still get pole position.
Thanks for the support, Jack.
See, let's look at Leon. That seems like he's done a good sector 1 so far. Yep, yeah he has. John's gone and crashed. Not too sure where he's crashed, but he wasn't on a personal best lap, so I don't think it'll annoy him too much. But I don't actually know how close it was to getting a personal best.
Well,
Yo, Dick. You vagina.
So Leon on a personal best lap so far, coming out of garage there. Firing it down the straight now, using all that Ducati power. And into the chicane. So Leon's got to gain
penalty heaven right here.
2.2 2 seconds to get anywhere near 5th place. Hopefully this guy looks decent enough to be. He goes across the line and he's 3.5 seconds off now, so it's an improvement, not in position now. He will currently remain on the end of the 2nd row. Nelson will improve lap time as well as boosted, so we've got to keep an eye on that. Whoa, Nelson on the curb there, the rear stepping out, that's going to cost him a bit of time. Around the final 2 corners, Dex set a red sector 1, so Dex looking to extend his lead even further. Nelson now only 1 second, just over a second off. Boosted, can he jump into 2nd place on the grid? He improves by 3/10 of a second, but that is not enough to take 2nd place. Probably would have been if it wasn't for Nelson improving his lap time. Leon, once again, he was improving his lap time, but he's got a dumpty garage there. I don't know whether he had Deck as a marker or Deck was behind him, but Deck is just looking really good here.
I hope so. I only spent an hour playing for this. By himself. Selfish.
Got Flabby, who is on at a personal best lap so far on board the Suzuki. Into sector 2, and it's an improved lap. Down the straight. And into the braking zone. It's also another improved sector 3. And into the final 2 corners. He improves his time but not position. Leon on an improved lap time. Can't tell who that is in front of him. It might be CJ. Yes, it is. So Leon got a decent marker for the person who's in front of him on the grid. So that is the person you do want to be. Well, yeah, it's probably the right person to be chasing. Got a lot of hunger to beat him. Not the greatest of last sectors. Deck has crashed.
I hope he's out for the race.
And Leon unable to improve his lap time.
Wait, that's my teammate. Never mind, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Boo Boo. I hope you're
John
okay.
has crashed at looks like
I'm
La
back at it.
Chapelle. His bike trying to go to the 24-hour Le Mans circuit.
24-hour Le Mans circuit.
Here comes Deck, starting what most likely will be his final lap in the session unless he restarts just before sector 1. And he's wide through turn 3, but he's done turn 4 okay. He goes through sector 1 and it is grey. And he's pulling out. Will he? I think he'll just have enough time, maybe. It's going to be tight if he has enough time. I don't think he has enough time now. Looks like that's Deck's quali over. Boosted on an improved sector 3. Can he do a good enough sector 4 to jump into 2nd place on the grid? Final 2 corners for Boosted. Can he make it? A Monster Energy Yamaha 1-2 at Le Mans. No, he cannot.
Damn.
Nelson on a grey sectors, John on grey sectors. Leon's lap's gone, Flabby's lap's gone, CJ's lap's gone. So it's just Nelson and John now to end the session. It looks unlikely that Nelson is going to improve, but he might not be too far from improving his time. He comes across the line, and he does improve his time by just over a tenth of a second.
I tried.
So here comes John around the final two corners. He will be the last person to set a lap in the session. Will he improve? No, he will not. So we have Deck the Fallen on pole position once again. Then we have Nelson and Boosty rounding at the front row. We got John, CJ and Leon on the second row, and then Flabby in 7th place on the 3rd row.
World Super Sport. Your mama's still a hoe, Deck, even though you got first. Yo, dick. Never practicing with you again.
She might be. I haven't asked her about a personal life.
It's alright, not passing any judgment, it's okay.
Oh, it's not here at all, dude. Definitely mediums. Oh, thanks, dude. Did you mute everyone except Jack?
Yeah, pretty much. Waiting on me? Alright.
You must be making some mad adjustments.
Well, I did for the last little, last lap I did, just to see if I liked it.
Right.
Did you go with soft medium?
Yeah.
Right, so
Children.
it's blue skies. It's what the conditions most people would have wanted. Can Deck make it 2 for 2? And we are away in Le Mans. Nelson going to try and just get the whole shot on Deck. Yes, he will. He's using the power of the Ducati. Deck having a bit of a stinker. He's dropped to 4th place. And John and Deck's down.
Alright.
I don't know what's happened. Boosted 2nd, Flabby 3rd, Leon 4th, CJ 5th, John is 6th, and Deck having the worst start of all of them in 7th. I'm not quite sure what happened, but Deck is in last position. That's not where he'd want to be. Poleman is down. Nelson needs to capitalise the best he can, as well as Boosted. Oh, he's not done that. He ran wide at garage there. Boosted's going to try and nab first off. He's going to get in a slipstream at Ducati, because slipstream is quite powerful in this game. Boosted's not close enough, I don't think, to attack into the chicane. Yes, he is, because Nelson has dumped it. And now the Venti of Leon. Leon, who qualified in 6th position, is now in 2nd. Flabby, who qualified last, is in 3rd. So good fortunes for them so far on this opening lap. CJ not having the greatest of starts, now being caught up in the John and Deck incident in 4th. Deck's already made his way up into 5th position, passing John and Nelson. John forces his way past Nelson through the final 2 corners, but Nelson's going to try and use the power of that Ducati to zoom his way past John. John in the slipstream, can he make a move through turn 1 and 2 or into turn 3? No. So Boosted out in front with a 2.2 second lead. Doing what his teammate Dak did last time in Jerez. The gap between him and Dak is round about 4.5 seconds. So can Boosted just make enough time up so if it eventually happens... Oh, John's gone down. John, who was in 6th place, has crashed at Museum. Oh, we got... oh no, Leon's down. Leon's crashed at Garage Vert. Flabby is now into 2nd. Dex made his move into 3rd place.
Stop making it easy for Dex to make that position, guys.
He's in a... Oh! Dex trying to go around the outside of Flabby. And Dex down with Flabby. I don't know what's happened there. Dex tried to go around the outside of Flabby and all have seen that they've both gone down. Dex is now down into 5th position. Boosted now with a 5-second lead with CJ in 2nd. We got Nelson only 8 cents behind in 3rd. Leon in 4th. He would be nearly back into the podium positions. Dak won't be able to believe his luck. Boldman, who had quite a considerable amount of pace, just not had any luck really, and just been in the wrong place at the wrong time, and now he's down in 5th place, quite a bit off the lead. We've got a battle brewing here for 2nd place between Nelson and CJ. We got the horsepower of the Ducati that cannot turn versus the less powerful Suzuki which can turn. CJ getting that rear lit up with the super slidey rear into Garage Vert. Nelson seemed to make just a little bit of time up during the entry of the corner, but through the middle of it, the Suzuki just turned and that Ducati didn't. Down the straight, into the braking zone. Nelson trying to not replicate his turn 1 crash. And now through the right-hander. Looking up the inside, and unfortunately the 2 lines are crossed there, and Nelson is down. And no, Leon's clipped the bike and he's gone down as well. So that means Dex is now jumped Dex into 3rd place. So Dex now got clear air to CJ, who's 4 seconds pretty much in front of him. So Boosted out in front. Can he keep this up? We've got can't find him now. So we've got John, who is behind Nelson. Can he stay with him? Gap seems to be increasing, but through the corners, as expected, John making up time. Nelson there going on the grass there, and that's not the line he wants to be taken, and he's gone down at Museum, clipping the grass. That compromises his entry, and he's ended up on the gravel. John and Leon inherit 4th and 5th position. Deck now closed the gap on CJ by a second already in just about half a lap. So when Booster crosses the line in a couple of seconds, he will be starting lap 5 with a 6.7 lead. We got CJ in 2nd, now only 2 seconds in front of Dak. So I'm pretty sure that CJ will be trying to just not make any mistakes. And he loses the rear bit there. Dak very nicely through there. Only about 2 attempts gained through sector 1 for Dak, but he is just clawing the temps over the laps. We got Nelson, I believe, on the back of Leon, and Leon is with John, so we got a three-way battle here for fourth again. Got the Petroni Chavo of John being hounded by the Pramac and Avinci Ducatis. Flabby's down. He's crashed at Museum. Not the greatest of races for him. Also to point out that Deck is the only person currently without any penalty time. Nelson, using the slipstream and getting a good exit, has managed to pass Leon down the straight. Using that GP20 engine versus GP19. Through the right-hander. And Deck is right at the back of CJ now. He'll be looking to make a move.
Oh my god.
John's wide and Nelson has forced his way through. With Deck now, he's going to try and go round the outside maybe. Oh no! CJ's gone down and collected Deck with him. Deck's luck is just abysmal right now. And Boosted's lead's now grown up to over 10 seconds. That corner's just really easy to lose the rear on because of this game. You take the apex and the rear decides it doesn't want to grip. Leon now trying to see if he can retake 5th position, but this time he'll be overtaking John and not reclaiming off Nelson. John very wide through Museum. Leon's going to cut up the inside. Oh! That is not what John would have wanted. So Deck now. Deck once again going to be trying to pass CJ. CJ's gone very wide through the chicane. He's gone onto the gravel and that has let Deck through. And CJ's dumped on the exit coming back on the track. So now it's the chase. Can Deck close the 10-second gap he has to behind Boosted?
Oh wow. Fuck.
8 laps.
Half race.
8 laps to catch 10 seconds. But Deck does now have penalty time, so that will be something to consider. That rear just sliding and it's so uncomfortable. So Boosted's in a world of his own. Deck is in a world of his own. Nelson in a world of his own. Leon sort of just about in a world of his own. He has got CJ 1.3 seconds behind. John is in a world of his own, and Flabby is also in a world of his own, so not the greatest of situations, but I'm pretty sure that the guys should be closing up to each other, hopefully. Boosted now coming out the final corner to start lap 8, 7 laps to go, and the gap has Deck has caught Boosted on that lap by 1.5 seconds.
Jesus. Oh, that's why.
So if Deck can keep that rate up, he'll be with Boosted by 4 and a bit laps, so I'll put it onto lap 12.
I'm just keeping the spot warm.
Here we are, we got CJ coming up to the back of Leon now.
Nobody likes sitting on a cold toilet seat. God bless America. There's a half a second made up on me.
Can CJ find a way past Leon? He's going to have to use his Suzuki to be able to deal with the power of that Ducati. Down the straight. CJ goes round the outside, turns to the inside, just not able to get there on the flip-flop. That gap's come down by a further 1.5 seconds between Boosted and Deck. CJ still trying to find a way past Leon. Here we go, down the straight, can the Suzuki past the Ducati, using the slipstream. He's going to go to the inside. And he is through. Oh. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know what's happened there, but CJ's now into 4th place. Boosted, doing a good job. You can just see Deck coming out of garage there now. So the gap's just about probably like 2/3 length of the straight they were just on. Deck's only caught Boosted by about a second on this lap, so Boosted able to somewhat stop the momentum of Deck. Five laps to go now. It's a dream day for Monster Energy Yamaha 1-2. So far, anyway. Deck's down!
Oh my god.
I don't know what happened there, but Deck has crashed at the exit of turn 4. I don't know whether that was just curb or what, but he just came out the corner and the bike said no. So Boosty's now got a lead of 11.5 seconds with about 4.5 laps to go. Boosty's making all kinds of shapes into garage there. That's not what he wants to be doing.
As long as I can be consistent 30s, I'm happy.
Nelson in 3rd place, doing a good job on the Pramac. CJ in 4th, just doing a very consistent pace, it looks like. You got John in 5th, who probably, I think he inherited the position after Leon had his crash at turn 1. You got Leon on turn 6, who was in 4th. Unfortunately, something happened at turn 1, whether that was just synchronization glitch or, I don't know, or lag. And you got Flavy in last position, just not having the greatest of races. 4 to go.
Between Jack being in front and me being in front, I don't laugh anybody.
4 to go. 10.2 seconds between the first two. Through garage there, boosted again. He's ran wide. I don't know, I wish I knew how people's tyres were, but depending on what people have gone with, either the tyres will be shot or they'll be good. Through the right hander, now the left. This is probably going to feel like Bootsy's longest ever race he's ever done.
It is.
He's got 3 long laps left. Got a 9-second lead over Deck. Deck's got to just lap quali pace pretty much now. I just hope that Boost is not able to, or just makes some big mistakes really. Nelson just, I think, probably settling for 3rd now because he's pretty safe. He's 5 seconds away from Deck and he's got 6.5 seconds to CJ in 4th, so.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
Seems like a secure podium. The gap now 8.3 seconds between the 2 leaders. The gap is coming down, not at a fast enough rate so far. So Boosted,
Wow, so wide.
taking a very strange line, a very wide line out the final 2 corners. Boosted now starts the penultimate lap of this race. He is led, I think he's led every single lap.
I think so too.
He may not have led every single corner, but he's led every single lap. Seven and a half seconds pretty much between him and Deck. Everyone with penalties. Be interesting to see who actually has the biggest amount of penalties. Just see if everyone will finish. So.
You should. I'm not a dick like that.
It seems like everyone but Flabby will probably cross the line in time.
Jesus, Dak, you're making up so much time on me.
I'm trying.
Yeah, Deck closing the gap to 6.5 seconds now. Over a lap he's closing half a second. Deck is just pushing like a madman, hoping that Deck will succumb to the pressure. Has Deck made a mistake somewhere? Because it was 6.5 seconds, but now it's gone back up to 7. Boosted now. Final lap time for Boosted. Not many corners left to go, but it's going to feel like a nap of the Nordschleife for him, or the actual 24-hour circuit, I should say, probably be a better example. Through turn 3 and 4, the rear going all over the place. I can tell he is just making sure he stays on the thing. He does not want to end up on the floor. Through La Chapelle for the final time. Up the hill into Museum. Found that Yamaha out of Museum, down into the difficult downhill garage there. He hits the apex nicely, goes out to the curb. He's done that very nice there. Down the straight and braking for the chicane. Four more corners to go now. Three more to go. Make that 2. Boosted now comes out of the final corner. He wins in Le Mans. He's been able to not let Deck win after Deck having very bad fortune and mistakes. Deck crosses the line in 2nd place.
Yeah, good job, Boosted.
Boosted.
Hey, no, I need to go and thank everybody else for letting me win that one. I really appreciate it.
Bro, they had it out for me or something.
I appreciate
Nelson
all
finishes
of
a
you
good
guys
third.
taking him out to win. Thank you.
CJ finishes in 4th place.
Nelson, I didn't actually see you until we made contact, so I am sorry for that.
John finishes in 5th place.
But I'm not gonna lie.
Leon crossed the line in 6th, and Flabby, I don't think he's going to be able to
Nelson,
finish
I'm
the
not
race.
gonna lie, you came from nowhere to be fair though.
So, Boosted wins in Le Mans, or Le Mans as he calls it.
Nelson, I didn't see you until we made contact.
Deck in 2nd.
Not really, because I didn't even hear you right.
Nelson in 3rd, rounding out the podium. You got CJ in 4th, John in 5th, Leon in 6th, and Flabby in 7th. Thank you for watching.